here you go, part 2 of my favorite cheesy shark movies. Now, just to reiterate, I have to have seen these movies, so if you're wondering why a certain movie is not on this list, I probably didn't see it. What can you do, huh? Anyways, here we go. Number 5 is Ghost Shark. That was dumb, I know. But yeah, Ghost Shark, number 5. This one is... actually, it has a very interesting premise, I gotta say. And I've said before, it seems like people are just, what can we do with sharks? So let's make them ghosts now. Let's do it. And so they did it. Ghost Shark. The shark is killed by an angry fisherman, and while it's dying, it dies in this cave that somehow brings it back to life as a ghost, and it can swim anywhere there's water. And it opens up a lot of possibilities, and there are some hilarious moments. Unfortunately, one of the funniest, one of the best moments is shown in the trailer. And if they had left it out of the trailer and just let us see it the first time, either on Sci-Fi or when we decide to buy it or rent the DVD, I don't know if anyone's going to buy it, but rent the DVD, it would have been so much better. But if you saw the trailer, you know exactly which scene I'm talking about. All I'm going to say for those of you who haven't seen it is slip and slide. Everybody who's watching this and has watched that movie knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's hilarious. And the only reason this movie isn't higher on the list is the main female in this movie is not as good of a character as I want her to be. She's too perfect. You know, I want my characters to be flawed so that they can learn and so they can grow. Even in dumb shark movies, I prefer that. And so, other than that, it's a good movie in the sense that you're entertained. And this one and number 4 and number 3 are definitely movies you can just watch and just get some friends together, get some drinks or some food, or food I should say, and just enjoy yourselves and just have a fun time watching these movies. Speaking of which, number 4 on my list is the Sharknado movies. Yes, gotta talk about those movies. I actually did the Mystery Science Theater 3000 with my friends. Yeah, the 5 of us got together and watched the first Sharknado movie, and it was total Mystery Science Theater. We just talked crap about the movie. We had our food, we had our drinks. It was fun. And the movie premise is ridiculous, but until you realize it's not really that ridiculous. My pop and I actually talked about this, that there is a phenomenon called waterspout, similar to a tornado, that happens over the ocean. And fish have been known to get caught up in it and are thrown miles into the inland. Yeah, this can happen. So, a great way that Asylum did was, let's just wrap it up into sharks and just throw sharks all over the place. With cheesy ass effects. I mean, the cheesiness of Ghost Shark, the Ghost Shark looked cheesy intentionally, and it should have. This one, you're supposed to have real sharks, and man, they are bad, but they're bad in a funny ass kind of way. And this movie the first movie got so much attention on social media that it even got a one-time midnight showing with the red carpet and everything. And then you had Sharknado 2, the second one. Sharknado 3, oh hell no. And now, from what I've heard, there's a Sharknado 4 coming out. And it's like, hey, I wonder if the subtitle of that one is, are you kidding me? But the only reason I didn't really watch 2 or 3 is because I wanted to watch with my friends. And then when 2 and 3 came out, my friends were separated, so we couldn't really get together to watch the second and third Sharknado movie. And that's unfortunate. I'll probably watch it with my pop because we both like those kind of movies. Get some snacks, some M&Ms or something, and just laugh at the movie. Because what can you do? Even though this is the most infamous of Asylum's pictures, it's not my favorite one though. my favorite Asylum movie is number 3 on my list, which is Two-Headed Shark Attack. This movie is it's hilarious, but it's actually really well done in the sense that you are rooting for the people in this, except for the people who are purposely assholes and you just can't wait for them to get eaten. Unfortunately, the main a-hole of the group, his death isn't as spectacular as one that we saw earlier. And it's unfortunate because if that earlier death happened to this guy, I think I would have been like, yeah, that's what you get. But unfortunately, his death wasn't as good as an earlier death. So yeah, a group of college students get some motor troubles in their boat and have to stop at an atoll. I didn't know what an atoll was. Atoll apparently is just what looks like a landmass, but it basically can crumble. It's not stable. And so this atoll that they are trapped on is basically the territory of a two-headed great white shark. What are the odds? And it's kind of funny to see what happens to all the people who show up. And after a spectacular beginning, it starts getting a little slow, it starts building up, and you start to kind of like a few of the characters. And that's cool. I want to at least like these characters a bit before they're killed off. But it's definitely cheese. It's definitely, one of those movies you gotta just sit with friends as well and just laugh at and have fun with. I can watch this one alone, but it's definitely a lot more fun with other people. And also, I kind of like the fact that they used some animatronics as well as CG. Even though some of the editing for it is choppy as hell, at least they tried. At least they tried. So, number 2 on my list is Shark Night. This one's an interesting movie, I thought. It's definitely got a good concept. Unfortunately, you have 30-somethings pretending to be, 20-year-old college students, but that just happens. At least they're not trying to be high school students, or they're 50-year-olds pretending to be 20-year-old college students. So, these group of friends go out to a lake, and then they figure out there are sharks in the lake, but they weren't there before. Unfortunately, the big twist of this movie was ruined in the trailer. And I think if they hadn't put that in the trailer, this movie would have been liked a lot more by people. And it's definitely worth watching. I definitely say watch it. Rent it first through Netflix or Redbox. Check it out. And if it's something you think, oh wow, that was actually pretty cool, I was just buying the Blu-ray. It's actually an interesting concept. And they definitely talk about Shark Week and some other stuff that's in the movie. So it's definitely a movie I suggest watching. And there's some really good death scenes. There aren't as many as you've seen in some of the other movies, but at least the death scenes, especially, there are probably 3 or 4 that are done very well. So I enjoy this movie. So I kind of recommend it. Check it out one time, and if you think it's something you would want to watch again, buy it. But still, my number 1 V-Shark movie is Deep Blue Sea. Yes. You remember all these movies? Yeah, from like 99 until now, the sharksploitation era, if you will, of cinema. But this movie is just like Shark Night. Actually did get a theatrical release. I actually watched it in the theater, and it's fun. I enjoyed it. It definitely deserves its cult status, because it's definitely a movie that's not for everybody, but it's definitely a fun movie for those who like creature features or shark movies. It will kind of return to form from from Jaws, because after the fourth Jaws movie, we kind of needed something a little more serious. This one's definitely a lot more serious than the other movies on this list, and it's pretty cool. This one is a group of scientists trying to discover a cure for Alzheimer's using sharks. Yeah, it's similar to the first shark attack movie, yes, but it's definitely better, and it's definitely a lot more fun. Not to mention, it has Samuel L. Jackson and LL Cool J in it. How can you go wrong? So yeah, it's definitely a movie that should be watched by a lot more people. It definitely deserves its cult status. Yes, some of the effects are really dated, but they also do some animatronics as well, mix up animatronics and CG. So it's definitely worth checking out. I definitely recommend checking out this movie and Shark Night. Deep Blue Sea is a lot of fun. You got Samuel Jackson, and they definitely there's a great scene with I'm just gonna, just so I don't spoil anything for a movie that's 17 years old. If you're gonna watch it for the first time, all I'm gonna say is motivational speech. It's the funniest scene in the movie. After about a minute, after it happens, for a minute, after a minute or so, you're laughing because it is so damn funny. But definitely check it out. Check out these other movies from my top 5 especially. Get some friends together. Get a nice group of friends. Get a nice selection of food, nice selection of drinks. For those of you who don't drink alcohol, get some other stuff for you as well. And just have fun. Enjoy this Shark Week. And check out The Shallows too. Unfortunately, full disclosure, I am living in Japan, and Japan is probably not going to get The Shallows. At least not soon, unfortunately. Though I probably would check it out if I could. So that's all I've got for now. My next top 10 will be for the ladies. So until then, what is your favorite B-Shark movie? That's what I want to know. So let me know in the comments. Later.